Hi, John here, Real Hard Review, CES 2020, and we are at the InWin booth with Johnny, and he's going to show us everything new from InWin.
Alrighty, so let me start by introducing our signature product, and it's kind of hard to miss, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Looks beautiful.
Oh,
what
yeah.
does it do?
We get that question a lot. It's kind of funny, but I won't bore you with details on that. Let's actually talk about what it does. So first of all, I consider this more of an entertainment chassis.
Okay.
Why? Well, this thing is highly responsive to a lot of different things, such as hand gestures, voice commands, facial detection, even has a bottom projector, which is why the base has a specialized white on it. Mm-hmm. It has its own virtual assistant, and the reason for that is this will operate even though there's no online connection.
Yep.
So things like Alexa is kind of useless when it's offline.
True.
But we decided to provide offline virtual assistant.
Okay.
So let's get to a demo.
Sure, sounds great.
Okay. So first off, we just locate the detection, the voice detection. So let's get him woken up. Jarvis, start light show. Give it a second, and you shall have your show. So as you can see, this is actually streamlined throughout the entire chassis, these scales, if you will. These scales are fitted with ARGBs. All 80 scales have it, and they synchronize with the music in its physical self as well as its light self.
Nice. Now, please tell me the music's not copywritten.
Its specific reason why it's a little generic is because it is not copyrighted.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
No worries. we have to apply also.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say since we're in Vegas, let's say you drank a little bit. You don't want to hear music. You're like, Johnny, I had a long night last night. Can we stop? Sure, we can. With just a simple hand gesture, it will stop. It'll go back to its normal self in just a second. Hey, there it goes.
Very cool.
And let's say, Johnny, no music. How about some videos? I think we can all handle that, right? So we say, or actually, do you want to do the honors?
What do I need to say?
So, how about you say the J word?
Jarvis?
And then let it go away. You got its attention, but after you say Jarvis, say play video.
Jarvis, play video.
Hold on.
Okay,
No, not all at once.
Okay.
You're talking too fast.
No problem. Jarvis. Play video.
Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect. Yeah, you got it.
It's got me. Now my voice recognition is forever owned by InWin.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have it.
You've
We
already
have it all
copywritten
recorded.
everything.
Yeah.
On the floor there. Jarvis is playing us some tech demos.
Oh yeah. Actually, it's playing a product that we will show you in just a second.
I was playing around with your new AIO. That's very
yeah.
nice. Feels like a tank. That's really cool.
Absolutely. So we'll go ahead and stop it there. So that is our InWin Die. That is Mandarin 4 butterfly. And basically, because it has wings.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see what's new from cases.
Let's go.
All right, we're back with Johnny at InWin, and we're now looking at new cases from InWin. And this looks cool.
So I went from something extremely large to an extremely small footprint in our B1. And basically the B1 is designed to be an HTPC. Could even be accommodated for a light gaming rig since it comes with an 80 plus gold 200 watt power supply.
Is this to replace the B1, the A1? We just reviewed your A1 Plus.
Well, so it's a lot smaller than the
It
A1
is.
Plus. Yeah, you could probably put this inside the A1 Plus. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as you can see, the ventilation is actually streamlined throughout the chassis, which makes air cooling at a premium there.
Yep.
It will come with an 80 millimeter case fan.
Okay.
And one of my favorite things, so we see the tempered glass there, gives it a nice classy look. You can actually remove the top panel very easily.
Wow.
And if you're used to building in smaller cases, it makes it a lot easier to build in.
This is a good thing for an APU or something like that because you're not going to get any access to PCI Express slot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, transporting it, this is perfect if you're traveling on the go constantly. You can fit this in a suitcase very
That's really
easily.
good. Yeah, I quite like it. When's release date on this?
So release date is, we're thinking somewhere in Q1, so maybe around February, March.
Okay.
And the price point is targeted at $85.
Wow, that's really reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
No $200 price tag like the A1 Plus?
Well,
It includes a power supply and everything else. That's very reasonable for the price.
Oh yeah.
That's nice to see.
Alrighty,
Perfect.
but let's move on to some other things, shall we?
Shall we?
Okay, so moving down the line here. So we did a collaboration with with EK Water Blocks. It's been that kind of show, guys.
Yep. We've looked at a few EK blocks today.
Yeah. So this is actually technically an EK Water Blocks product, not necessarily InWin product.
Okay.
They did purchase our chassis, so it is our chassis. But overall, the system and the distro plate that is going to come with the chassis is EK Water Blocks. So EK Water Blocks will end up selling the chassis overall. Otherwise, the same beloved 303 internals that we all have come to know and love.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Great for modability.
Absolutely.
Now we're on to my favorite case I can never afford.
Aw, don't say it like
I
that.
love it. It is by far one of the best cases I've seen, and I've been watching this thing for 2 years now.
Okay, so this was actually introduced at Computex, and this is a little brother of the 928.
Yeah.
So this is the 925. Little brother. So full tower. Complete shell is made completely of aluminum, and it has accommodating tempered glass side panels. But one of my favorite features in all of this is the thumb screws. It's the little details, and it just looks so stunning.
So unlike the 928, you can't do 2 power supplies though, can it?
No.
No. Okay, so it's for a slightly smaller giant rig. Okay.
Yeah, so we dubbed the 928 a super tower for
Yeah.
a reason. This is just a regular full tower, but still pretty hefty on the hefty side.
It does look good though.
Has a curvature design, has a 333 fan configuration, so 3 front, top, and rear.
Nice. It has great airflow with its open sides and everything else. It's
Mhm.
awesome for something so solid.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so this is actually already on the market for $500.
Yeah. It's reasonable for all you get. It's a nice case. And lots of people are going to be like scoff at $500, but almost every case manufacturer we've gone by at all CES has a $500 plus case. And then half of them aren't even nearly this nice.
So I'm glad you mentioned that because we have something like a premium product right there.
Yeah.
And we have a product for everyone for every price range, which brings us to our next product. So this is our Alice chassis, which we debuted also at Computex. Now this is a little bit of a different one because it's made with cloth sides rather than say like a steel or tempered glass or acrylic. And there's a couple of reasons why we did this. One, it was something that we wanted to have lightweight, which we accomplished with its ABS frame. And 2, we wanted something easy to transport.
Okay.
Very, very much so. So we also wanted to incorporate something that's customizable. So we get requests all the time to do like a sort of unusual color, like a lime green. Can you make one of that for me? I can't.
Yeah.
But with the cloth, it's something a little bit more doable.
Yeah.
So we unveiled a new cloth options that's available on our e-store currently. So different cloth options for the future and so on.
What's the price point on this?
So it comes with one cloth and the entire chassis itself is $55.
Wow. Very low price.
hmm And yeah, multiple different platforms, whether you want to use it as a HTC or if you want to ditch the you're welcome to use it as a test bench. Works wonderful as a test bench.
Perfect.
Alrighty, so let's move on over here. Let's start right here. This is This whole row is our 200 series lineup, but
Okay.
this is slightly different, our C200. Now, the C200 is more for content creators. Now, you being in the media,
Yeah.
you love storage, right?
Definitely.
What if
Nothing has space for storage anymore.
So let me get in my Morpheus voice. What if I told you 9 drives?
9 2.5 or 3.5?
Both.
Very nice. Very nice. Where am I jamming them?
Very good. So technically, if you wanted to do 9,
Yeah.
you have 4 right here. There is a couple in the basement. And if you wanted to add 3 more,
Okay, yep.
you can go through the top. Now, this is completely optional. You do not have to use the drives, the hot swappable drive trays. You can also put 2 ODDs as well.
Do they come with a C200 or is this an aftermarket?
This is technically part of our IPC server lineup. So
Okay.
this is just something that we wanted to demonstrate. Yeah.
Perfect. Very cool.
So ventilation is at a premium because if you got a ton of hardware in there, if you want to run 2 GPUs in there, you're going to need ventilation, right?
Yep.
So ventilation in the front, through the sides, on the top end, if you want to include the rear, absolutely.
Perfect.
So 2-2-1 configuration, 2 in the front, 2 in the top end, 1 in the rear.
And what's our price point?
$79.
Wow. Does it come with the series fans at all or no? That's an after.
No, that's something you gotta purchase separately. But
Still very
Serious
reasonable
Loop
price.
fans are three pack for $29, so that's also affordable.
Perfect.
So let's move on down over here. Now I'm going to talk about these two both because as far as the internal layouts, they are the same.
Okay.
But I'll explain why in just a second. So this is the 215,
Okay.
and that's the 216. Fairly easy to remember, right? So one of the things that I like about the 215 and the 216 is it gives you different aesthetic options.
Yes.
So if you want something a little bit more professional looking, maybe low profile, 215 I highly recommend. Not so flashy, right? Now, if you wanted something a little more sleek, a little more edgy, 216 is a great option. The ventilation's slightly different on both of them too.
Yeah.
For the 215, a little bit more apparent with the front, and the top ventilation is also very apparent.
Yep.
With the 216, the top ventilation is very apparent, and the front panel as it's streamlined along with this aluminum strip. So it's there.
And on the back. It's quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So dual GPU orientation, of course. So if you want to show off your GPU, whether it be vertically or horizontally, you have that option. 3-2-1 fan configuration, 3 top front, 2 on the top, 1 in the rear.
What's our price changes between these two?
So these two will run for $69.
Wow. Very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like we got cooling at the very end here.
Oh yeah, so we wanted to show you something very fun towards the end, and everyone's a very big fan of this. Sorry for the pun. So, our fan wheel, which everyone seems to really love, showcases our new Jupiter case fan. These are 120 millimeter case fans, ARGB, daisy chainable, whether it be for power or ARGB lighting.
Is that why it's spinning faster than when it had the Sirius in it before?
Well,
This has been around for a few years now. I've seen it at many events.
that's true.
There's
That's
a
true.
different fan in it than before.
Yeah. So the reason why last year was a little bit slower is because we were going against 2 different fans.
Okay.
So we slowed it down, but this year we wanted to have a little more fun and let it go a little faster.
It was good.
But yeah, this will come with a LED controller and will retail for a fan of 3, a pack of 3 for $29.
Wow, very low priced.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with the controller too?
That's with the controller.
Very nice. This is similar controller to what you have in your A1 Plus?
Yes.
That's a great,
Yeah.
that's an absolute
I didn't
awesome
think about
controller.
that.
So that's good to hear.
Okay, so last thing is we stepped into the AIO market. Sorry.
Water cooling, water, it's all good.
I mean, water.
Yeah.
So the AIO market, one of the things we wanted to do was do something very different and unique. So you'll notice that the tower or the pump on it is rather large, right?
Yes.
For a reason. This actually has a patented dual pump design.
Okay.
And basically the concept of this is, since it's running parallel, it will actually cool a little more efficiently and quickly.
Okay.
And on top of all of that, has the ability of redundancy. Should one of the pumps fail, your CPU won't fry. It will actually stay active and cool just as well.
Perfect.
The LED will stay white and breathing. However, it will flash a blue and red LED should there be a unusual thermal spike, or if one of the pumps fail.
Yep.
It will have an indication for that reason.
Oh, that's cool.
It will come with our AGF fans, 120 millimeter ARGB. They're capable of ramping up the RPMs to 2,500.
Wow.
So these are actually scheduled to come out some point in Q1.
Okay.
So the SR24 with the 240 millimeter variant, we're estimating around $119.
Okay.
And
very competitive.
Yeah, and the SR36, the 360 variant, will be $139.
That'll be available through all your North America partners?
That is correct.
Perfect. All right, and that's what we got from InWin this year, correct?
That is
All right,
correct.
thanks so much for your time, Johnny.
No problem.
Great to
Thanks
meet
for
you.
coming.